is on this train. We've got 2 bikes and we're going on an adventure. In spring, Dad had been wondering what on earth to do with all the guidebooks that he and Mum had collected on road trips they had done long ago. So I suggested that he pick out some of the places that he'd like to see again, and then we could take bikes and go back. He chose Herefordshire and we got the train, each of us. Dad is 87, but he still rides his bike pretty much every day. Dad had a knapsack full of guidebooks with him. We planned to use local buses combined with Bromptons to make the distances manageable. On the main trunk roads, the buses were frequent enough for what we needed, so we could get out of town and then ride through the lanes to the places we wanted to see. We needed a bike for Dad, so I hired one from Brompton Bike Hire, and we were all set.
You could see yourself.
Edward Elgar.
You don't even notice. Should have told you straight away. You don't have to be afraid anymore. I know you haven't noticed. You know. That I won't let you go. Put your arms around me and I'll let you know how it feels when
And the capital investment in those shops and those stuff.
Oh, it's just huge, isn't it? I know, massive. Pieces of very...
comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
We've come down a long way. St Margaret's Church, aren't we? You go first, see what you find. So we were looking for a really remote church. It's called Garway. It was set up by the Knights Templar in about 1180.
That's what I adore. Should have told you straight away.
So there were massive benches.
Everything I have.
This is the arch that the Templar Knights built. And these are some of the kind of weird decorations.
The circular nature of
So it must have curved like that. They built round churches. This one has been changed, but outside you can see the remains of the round church, and there are Templar crosses scratched onto the walls. The knights owned the land round about, and it seems they needed this massive tower, as it was a kind of a Wild West out here, right on the border with Wales. We carried on along the Welsh border with gorgeous views and even someone to explain them to us.
sounds as though you know what you can see. Did you say what kind of record?
That one's sticking up.
Yeah.
Inside.
Is it Kentworthy?
Kentworth.
Yeah, Kentworth. Yeah.
So we were going down to a village
Yeah.
called Kentworth, and we planned to have lunch there at a pub.
Oh no, Ben Dave.
That was a bit of a blow, but we ate some pain au chocolat, which we had with us, and pushed on towards a cafe a couple of miles further on.
Here it is. Oh, it's nice.
I can never
Very Yorkshire roast beef and Yorkshire pudding, right?
No, well, probably not.
all the crashing sound of
Jacket
the
with
breaking
tuna, Herefordshire apple juice. How about that?
Now I've been sitting here most of the day. Don't know why it's so hard to tear myself away. I can't
So after our very nice lunch, we carried on, and now we were aiming for a church that was even more exciting actually.
saying, what are you waiting for?
We were now heading to a place called Kilpeck, and the reason we were going there is because there's another incredible Norman church there. Basically, this whole area was given to Norman lords who came over with William the Conqueror. In the 1100s, these great men had fantastic churches built like this one. These people were Europeans, they knew France, maybe Italy, some had travelled to the Holy Land as crusaders.
Yeah, this is our big goal of the day. We've made it.
Incredible.
It's amazing.
Unbelievable.
Look at this. This is what they think is a Saracen Phrygian cap, isn't it? I was reading it.
Oh, is
last
it?
time, don't you?
Yeah.
And they brought with them all sorts of ideas about art. And basically, after that time, this area was never rich. Herefordshire had cider and cattle and hops, but it had no rich medieval wool trade and no industry. So there was no money to spend on new churches. And so the Norman churches remain pretty much as they were in 1100. They drew on artistic ideas from the Vikings and the Celts and all sorts of inspirations. So we'd seen Garway in the morning and then Kilpeck, and we'd ridden about 16 miles, so we decided we'd get the bus back to Hereford.
Easier than this. It would never be more difficult to miss. So what are you waiting for? Oh, it would never be easier than this.
Yeah, okay. Hold on.
Difficult to miss. So what are you waiting for?
Please, is it £2?
Life's an open door.
Yeah, it's quite distinctive, isn't it? So, yeah. So we're home. So here we are. Yeah, this is our alleyway here.
Yeah, that's all that's on. No, day 2, 3, day
Day
3. 3.
of our holiday.
Yeah.
So we're aiming west of Hereford today. So this is our bus stop. Hold up. And I'll come on. You settle.
So today we planned to do either a shorter ride, about 10 miles, or if we felt good, we'd visit all 4 places on Dad's list and ride 20 odd miles all the way back to Hereford. This was our first place and it was called Erdesley.
Oh, goody. Doing it somewhere.
So what is this? Well, it's pretty much the best Norman font in the whole country. It's absolutely gorgeous and it was made in about 1100. We'd come around 20 miles west of Hereford to see Ardsley. Now we were going to cycle back towards Hereford and visit more places on Dad's list and see how far we wanted to ride.
Can't give you more recent news. I'm on the road. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The bad days are gone, and now I'm on the road.
going to cross the River Wye in a minute.
That's the difference between the minor roads which aren't as well maintained and they go up the hills.
Yeah, and the main road. I think we are into it actually.
Now we'd
slightly, I
ridden
think.
about 5 miles, so we had a little rest and a look around. There are some really weird ancient carvings at this church. No one actually knows what they are.
Is that a bird?
I think it is with a beak. A monkey with ears. How weird is that?
Some people say they look Egyptian. People say the one on the right might be a monkey. Others say it's a demon. All the churches we went to, they were all open. We checked beforehand, and they are all free to visit. You can leave a donation at each place.
I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great. Running out of
Right.
town just to celebrate. But fortune's here to stay. A one-way ticket to a better day. A rocking chair and a glass of wine. In the shade of a tree and I'm feeling fine. There's not a lot to ask when life is going by so fast. Walk me in the morning sun. Tell me I'm a lucky one. I'm riding on the way.
We can just get off if you want.
Notion that I
I'm happy
could
to
be
do that. Oh my
brave.
goodness,
Is there
look at you
anything
storming.
good on the radio?
Oh, yeah.
Turn it up loud and let me know how it used to be before anyone heard of
Oh,
you and
brilliant.
me. One breath away. Step up and say.
So we'd seen the gorgeous Norman font at Ardersley and the weird carvings at Bradwardine, and now we were heading to Moccas, which writer Simon Jenkins says is the perfect Norman village church. It's actually in a private estate.
Yeah.
Very
bright.
listed church.
Church.
Hidden,
Hidden gems.
Of 2 cubes.
Landscape planting was influenced by Cavendley Brown and Humphrey Repton. The Norman influence is still
It's everywhere. Their
Everywhere.
churches just are Norman, aren't they?
nicer, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Nice and simple.
Yeah, I really like it.
More in the Pimpernel there.
I don't know. It was pretty difficult to make.
Oh, well, not really.
It's kind
Oh,
of.
it's all flaked.
It's
isn't it?
flaked away. It's flaked. Should we go around the whole way?
Like that.
That survived.
It's just a nice feeling. Nicely mown. That's the owner likes to organise a cricket match, but hasn't managed it, has he? Oh, the only day he managed it, it rained all day. Or something.
Well,
That's the cricket field, that's the pavilion.
Oh,
You see that with the white building? The Mograth Estate, Fresney.
amazing, isn't it?
Hopefully it's playing.
Well, that's even better.
Is it better view? From here?
Well, you've got more interesting one of the show. That's a super place.
super
It's on the
place.
mountains, sunshine, nice.
It's absolutely lovely.
We'd had such a lovely day.